All right, let's get into it. Today, we are diving deep into one of Bob Dylan's most mysterious and fascinating songs, Jokerman. We're going to pull this character apart, piece by piece, to really get a handle on the strange and slippery nature of his power.
So the song doesn't mess around, does it? It just throws you right into the middle of a storm. This opening line is just, wow, it's pure, powerful imagery. Right away, you get this picture of a character who is literally born out of chaos and danger. And he's holding snakes, that ancient symbol of deception, poison, but also knowledge, right from his first breath. It's an archetype you see again and again, this kind of charismatic, chaotic figure, even in places you might not expect.
Really, what we're doing here is a character study. And the first most important question we've got to ask is, who, or maybe what, is the Jokerman, really? Okay, so the key to getting this figure is to stop thinking of him as just one guy. The Jokerman isn't a single person. He's an archetype. He's this timeless, repeating pattern of a person that you can spot all throughout history, in myths, and in art. It's a type, not an individual. So the song paints this picture of someone who has this incredible power, someone who seems to operate on a whole different level from the rest of us. But his motives, his ultimate goal, who he's really working for, it's all completely, and I think intentionally, murky. He's basically a walking riddle. And that brings us right to our next point. The Jokerman is, at his core, a study in contradiction. The only way to really start solving this riddle is by looking at the deep-seated dualities that make him who he is. And this just lays it out so perfectly, doesn't it? It shows his impossible nature. One second, he's this godlike figure, literally walking on clouds, a masterpiece of classical beauty, and then the next, he's just some guy half asleep in a field with a dog licking his face or shedding his skin like a lizard. He's both this magnificent epic being and also startlingly ordinary, which makes him both relatable and, honestly, a little terrifying.
And his moral compass? It is just as contradictory. He's friends with the holiest of martyrs and also with the outcast, the woman of shame. This is the classic power of a trickster figure. By embracing all these contradictions, he can't be pinned down. And some would argue that this kind of ambiguity is a powerful political tool, right? It allows a leader to say one thing to one group and the total opposite to another, shielding their actions from any real accountability because their intent is impossible to prove. Now, these contradictions aren't just a quirky personality trait. They are the very source of his influence. So for our third section, let's look at how he uses this to become a manipulator of crowds. I mean, Dylan isn't subtle about it at all. The lyrics come right out and say it. This guy has the power to bend perception itself. He's a dream twister. He doesn't just live in the world. He actively changes how people see reality, a quality some might say is absolutely essential for certain charismatic political figures. Just look at his actions here. They're symbolic, almost like a ritual. Casting his bread on the water, it has this biblical echo, but it's twisted somehow. Dancing to the nightingale tune, it suggests he's tapped into some deeper, maybe even supernatural rhythm of the world. He's playing by a completely different set of rules that the rest of us just can't see. So this begs the question, what kind of world creates, and maybe even needs, a figure like the Jokerman? Well, the song gives us a pretty grim answer. This is not a world of good versus evil. No, this is a world of deep, systemic corruption. The very institutions that are supposed to give us justice are instead trapping and destroying themselves. The whole system is just rotting from the inside out. And you can see that rot spilling onto the streets. It's a scene of complete social breakdown. You've got the tools of state oppression on one side, the nightsticks, the tear gas, and on the other, the tools of rebellion, the cocktails and rocks. And caught right in the middle, you've got predators, like the riflemen and the preachermen, both hunting the weakest people in society. It's chaos. Okay, so here's the real kicker. How does the Jokerman fit into this whirlwind of chaos? What does this powerful, cloud-walking, dream-twisting figure actually do when the world around him is on fire? And here we go. This is the main event. A new power is born into the world, a prince who is destined to turn everything upside down. He's going to control religion, corrupt virtue, and flip the entire moral structure of society on its head. This is a massive, world-changing moment. So what does he do? What does this enigmatic, powerful figure do when he's faced with the birth of a new tyrant who's about to reshape the world? It's the central question, isn't it? He does nothing.
absolutely nothing. And that, right there, is the ultimate statement about who he is. His power isn't in what he does, it's in what he knows, and in his deliberate chilling choice not to act. He sees it all, he understands exactly what's coming, and he just watches.
And that's where the song leaves us, with this huge, haunting question. In a world that's spinning out of control, who really holds the cards? Is it the people who act, whether they're good or evil? Or does the real power belong to that charismatic, mysterious observer, the dream twister, who sees it all happening and simply chooses to watch it burn?